I started writing when I was very young. I just started writing stories, but then I got into Dungeons and Dragons, and I wrote on the Prodigy bulletin boards on the internet. I had a group, and I wrote these adventures for people, and I was just addicted to writing adventures. I can't remember really well, but I do remember sort of visually hallucinating when I was a child, when I was about 12, when someone played the game with me where I actually thought I was in that weird world with the monsters. I like just like unbridled imagination. It's my favorite thing about stories. I think that aspect is really good for kids. So the story is called How Pedro Got a Face. It's about a restaurant chef who's in an Italian restaurant and he cooks and he has no face. I had a friend named Pedro, he's still a good friend of mine who lives in Chiapas, and Pedro is like one of 15 children or something like that. His mom and dad didn't really notice him a lot, and so I kind of thought, I was like, oh, it's kind of like he doesn't have a face. In the story, the only prompt I had for the story was, okay, here's a guy that has no face. You know, how does he get through life, and then what happens when he falls in love? I wrote it like probably, I hardly edited it, and I wrote it just sitting down one day, and it just came out, and I don't even, yeah, it just, it was one of those stories that just wrote itself for the most part.
Any tips to people struggling, like having the opposite experience?
You should write every day. That's the thing that's most important, and also not to listen to really anybody in general. You just have to write your story. If it's good or bad, it'll play out. It doesn't really matter, but not to seek approval from people. Ultimately, it's just you. You know if the story's good, if you like it, and just stand by your work. Like, be proud of it.